The name of this video is Don't Stop Now. Don't Stop Now. I mean, in the beginning, September 1st, you was walking 1 mile. It's December 1st now, and you're running 3. You're running 3 miles every single day. That's a 5K a day, 7 days a week. At that time, that's what I was doing. So it's December 1st, and I'm like, no way I'm stopping. No way. So I continue. I continue to run every day. I continue to watch my food. A matter of fact, over the course of the month of December, I had basically narrowed down my meals to, in the morning, I would have some sort of breakfast. Like eggs, potatoes, just I worked in a restaurant bar or whatever, so I could kind of have my pick, of what was available at work. But definitely eating breakfast every day. And then for dinner, with something in the middle of the day, in between lunchtime or whatever, I was having maybe salmon, mahi, fish. I had narrowed down my diet to fish and veggies every day, basically. And water, drinking a lot of water every day. Just because if you pay attention to like juices and different things that's available in the store, like everything has a ton of sugar in it. So I was kind of stuck. There, and I ended up getting in a little bit of trouble trying to find something else to drink besides water. But that's a whole different story. And that happened later. But anyway, so I would have water, lemon water, salmon, a lot of salmon for dinner, especially a lot of salmon for dinner. Salmon, wild rice, and broccoli. I had that a lot. Salmon, wild rice, and broccoli. And then I would have mahi, with like veggies, sauteed veggies on top, with that same broccoli and wild rice. That had became pretty much signature meals for me every day. I would go outside of that from time to time, but I felt like that was my safe place based on what I was doing. But in the month of December, I started to kind of wean myself off of even the fish, and I began to eat even more clean. I began to eat lots of veggies and brown rice, and start familiarizing myself with a lot of plant-based foods. So I was elevating even more. Although I had some success within with my own plan, within my 90-day time frame, I began to want to do even better. And that's what happens. You set out on a mission, you accomplish what you set out to do, and it's very difficult to stop. And that's what had started to happen to me. So the plan now was, for January 1st, let's keep it going and see where it goes from there. Now, at the time, I didn't have, apps. I wasn't using apps at the time. I was only measuring 3 miles because I knew where I ran to was a mile and a half from where I lived, and then running back, obviously, is another mile and a half. So I just, it was 3 miles. I knew that. But in that new year, I began to to up my tech game. I began to up my tech game, and that was a game changer. And that's what we'll talk about in the next video. So subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so that you can receive the videos when I drop them, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Let's go.